Hello and welcome to Dressmaking with Tiana. In this video, we will make the elegant Genevieve lace dress using our PDF sewing pattern, which we will link to in the description below this video. For this dress, I recommend using a lightweight lace fabric, specifically one that has a scalloped edge like Chantilly lace. The materials and tools that you will need for this dress are 1.5 to 2 yards of lightweight lace fabric with a scalloped edge, matching thread, scissors, pins, a sewing machine, and an iron. Before we get started, please show us some love by clicking that like button down below and subscribing for more dressmaking videos. Choose your size, determine the length of your sleeves, and make any changes if desired, following the instructions provided in the workbook that comes along with your pattern, and cut out your fabric. By the way, we're using a half-scale pattern in this video so that you can see everything that we're doing in detail. First, we'll make the bust darts. Take the bodice front and transfer the dart to both sides. You can do this by placing a pin at the point of the dart, flipping to the other side, placing another pin in the same spot, and separating the two bodice halves. Fold the dart in half, matching the notches of the dart, and pin. Sew the dart following the shape of the bust. This means that it shouldn't be a straight line, but a little curved to avoid a pointy dart. Press the dart, seam allowances folded down, giving it the right shape. Place the front and back wrong sides together and pin the shoulder seams. Sew a 1/4 inch from the edge. Trim the seam allowances to leave 3/8 of an inch. Turn out the dress, folding right sides together, and pin along the edge of the shoulder seam with your seam allowances inside the fold. Sew about a 1/4 inch from the edge. Press, seam allowances facing the back. We'll finish the neckline with a scallop trim that we cut from the fabric. Place the trim on the neckline and pin, making small tucks to get the needed curved shape. Using a small zigzag stitch on your machine, sew the trim to the dress following its shape. Trim off the excess of the fabric close to your zigzag stitch, making sure not to cut your trim. Give it a good press. Pin the side seams wrong sides together, starting from the scalloped edge of the hem to the armhole. Sew a 1/4 inch from the edge. Trim the seam allowances to leave 3/8 of an inch. Press. Turn out the dress folding the right sides together and pin along the edge of the seam with your seam allowances inside the fold. Sew about a 1/4 inch from the edge. Press, seam allowances facing the back. Sew the sleeves with the same French seam as we did on the shoulder and side seams. and press. We have notches on the back of the sleeve and on the back of the armhole that will help you sew the right sleeve into the right armhole. Choose the right sleeve and place it into the armhole wrong sides together. Match and pin the side seam of the sleeve and the dress, folding the seam allowances in the opposite directions to avoid it getting thick. Then match the center notch at the sleeve with the shoulder point of the dress and pin. And match the backside notches of the sleeve and the dress and pin as well. Evenly distribute the fabric in between the notches and pin. Sew as we did the side and shoulder seams. And give the dress a final press. And we are done with our elegant Genevieve dress. Just add a slip underneath and you're ready to go. Get this sewing pattern at the link in the description, and happy sewing!